Hello, my beautiful beings of light. The harvest moon is approaching. The harvest full moon is approaching. It will be happening in the next couple of days. I wanted to do this video, which is going to help you navigate what it's going to be bringing up. In this past moon cycle, in this past month, what the harvest moon is bringing up is all the shit you're going to have to work through before you can step into the next level of your life. So that means that in this past moon cycle, you've probably been experiencing a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, because situations have been coming up to where you're like, oh my gosh, why does this keep happening to me? That's actually the main thread, funny enough. Why does this keep happening to me? Situations will continue to come over and over again. You'll find yourself going through like probably more struggles that you have felt before. And that is because it is the universe, God, whatever, telling you that is where you need to work on the most. What is causing these things to happen to you over and over again in varying situations to where you feel like you're right back to where I was before. All of those things happen continuously over and over until you learn the lesson that is in that situation. So that means in this past month, if you have been going through a lot, you should actually be thankful for that, because it's showing you where you need to do the most work. I call it where you need to put the most love, because everywhere we need to kind of clear out is where it needs the most love from ourselves. First thing I want you to remember when you're journeying through making the choice to go deep and to really work through the issues that are being brought up, like the situations that you feel yourself being stuck in that are causing this like sadness and stress and everything like that. When you're going through that, the first thing I want you to remember is do not judge yourself for being in this space. When you are looking at yourself, it's really easy when you're going through stuff and you're like, why does this keep happening to me? Oh my gosh, it's my fault. Or whatever the case may be. How can I still be in this spot? It's really easy to judge ourselves and tell ourselves that we're in the wrong. And you can get stuck in that judgment phase, which is all your ego 2.0. You can get stuck in that judgment phase. I don't want you to judge yourself or be hard on yourself for the issues that are keeping you stuck in the same variation of a situation over and over again. Do not judge yourself for it. Look, we go through all different situations in our life. I mean, the older you are and you decide to start working on your shit, the more baggage you've acquired, the more issues you've acquired, the more darkness in a way that you've acquired. And darkness is not always a bad thing, because darkness doesn't last forever. There has to be light, but you got to work through it. So don't judge yourself for the darkness that you've acquired over your years. All you can do is be like, I acknowledge that this is where I'm at. I acknowledge that the situation keeps coming up because I am meant to learn something from it. I am meant to find my self-worth in this moment. I'm meant to find what makes me happy, what lights me up, what will take me to the next level so that I can get what I ultimately seek, whether it is a healthy relationship. So you got to work through your issues from the past relationships that are stopping you from really attracting the partner that you want. Whether it's a new job and everything is going wrong in the job you have and the manager is being an asshole, you know, like what do you need to learn in this space? Do you need to just learn that let's find spaces within this where you can find happiness? Or do you need to figure out how can I find what I really want to do and work on that and shift my mindset around what I want to have, right? Or how do I know what I want in a man or a woman if I don't even know what there is to love in myself? I actually watched this movie about a couple weeks ago, and the main girl in said, 2 things I always wanted: a man who would love me unconditionally and being worthy of that love. And that, I think, is where people tend to stumble a little bit, is that they feel that they're not worthy. So when you begin examining the issues that you've accumulated over the time, right, that keeps you stuck in a cycle over and over again, do not judge yourself for having them. We all have them in one varying degree or another. Some have like really deeply seated ones, others not so much, but we all have to work through our stuff on a continuous basis. I do as well. Mind you, I have the mindset like tools and rituals that I do for myself to help me get out of it quicker and help me work through it at a quicker rate, which is why I work with people, is to help them get to that space. But everybody has their own journey to take. Don't ever judge where you're at. Don't ever judge the choices you made in the past that brought you to where you're at, the choices that heaped on the issues that you're working through right now. So that's the first thing. Come to yourself with love. And then here's a ritual I want you to do for yourself. What I always do first, of course, is light my sage, and then I light my Palo Santo, just to clear my space, just to clear my energy. And then I want you to say, when you are sitting down quietly, you can do this, wake up a little bit earlier in the morning, or do it at night before you go to sleep, and just say, I come to this space with an open heart and an open mind. And really mean it. Really understand what it means to say, I come to this space with an open heart and an open mind. You are opening your mind to guidance from a higher power to guide you through what you're going through the issues that are holding you back from really figuring out what's my next step. What do I have to do to get me to that next level? Intuition, tapping into that kind of cerebral vibe is all female energy. So this is really you slowing down, tapping in to that goddess energy and saying, I'm here with an open space and an open mind. Once you're there, I want you to just focus on your breathing. You can take some deep breathing. If it's too hard for you to take deep breaths, just focus on your breathing. That's one really simple way to ground yourself in meditation, because I know sometimes it's hard to shut off all the thoughts that are going on in your mind. So shut it down by focusing on your breathing, taking deep breaths. You can repeat that in your mind or to yourself over and over. I come to this space with an open heart and an open mind. And then ask yourself, from a place of non-judgment, from a place of curiosity, how can I work through what is holding me back in a way that is joyful to me? How can I work through what is holding me back in a way that is joyful to me? Or you can switch it up. How can I work through and identify what's going on with me? You can do it whatever you want. If you're not even sure what it is that's stopping you from getting out of the cycle that you're in, you can simply say, how can I move through this dark phase in my life to the other side, right? So what you're doing, you're not focusing so much on the answer yourself. You are literally opening, in a way, a portal to your higher power, to your source's GPS, to the universe, gods, whatever you call that higher power. You are opening a portal in a way and asking that higher power, show me how to navigate through this cycle I am on. Show me how to navigate through the darkness that I'm stuck in. Show me how to navigate through to the other better version of myself. And then really sit in that silence and listen to what comes up. It may not be words. It may not be a full idea. It may be an image that comes to you. Just leave yourself open to whatever comes through. And you may have to do this more than once. I'm telling you this now because in addition to the harvest moon bringing all of this gunk up, the full moon adds power and magnification to any ritual that you do. 4 days before, 4 days after. So you can start today just really doing that deep breathing. And that applies to any full moon. Any full moon, power is amplified. So whatever ritual you do, whether it's a release, whether it's to manifest something into your life, whether it's both to release something and manifest, either way, the most power is at the full moon for any ritual that you're doing. So that's what I want you to do, is to really sit in that. And if you need to do it numerous days, do it numerous days, every single day. In fact, that's something that I do every morning. I say, what's my next step? You know, how can I move into the next level of myself? Because I know that I don't have the answers. All I can do is ask for the guidance. And when those ideas come to me, I say, okay, bless, thank you so much for sharing that vision with me. And now I'll take that next step without attaching myself to the outcome, right? So I say to myself, this is what I want. You know, like, okay, I want to, my monthly goal maybe for this month would be $5,000. Or I want to if we're still kind of talking about relationships, I want to manifest a man who does this and this and this, right? Who does all of these things, or a woman who does all of these things. How can I work through the things that are stopping me from reaching that person, that or something better? You can even say it like that. If you have an end goal in mind, say, how can I work through? Show me how to work through so that I can achieve that goal, that or something better. And then as those images and ideas and words come through you, write them down. I'm huge into journaling. But you can even, if you want, if you don't want to journal, you can just sit in it and think about it. And then once you're done, kind of put it into action. But I like writing them down as the thoughts come to me. And then from there, the more and more ideas are going to come to you until you get what you want. But you really have to, particularly in this harvest moon, this last moon cycle, it's been rough on a lot of people. For me, it's been me recognizing where I am, I don't want to say lacking, where I need the most love within myself, and has shown me the steps that I need to take to get there. It's why I started my Divine Soul Flow Facebook group. It's why I started that, is because I'm tapping into my feminine energy and really learning how to master both sides, the feminine and masculine energy, and what that means, what that even is, and sharing all of that knowledge in the group. So that was something that really came up for me this past month, was working on that aspect of myself. How can I balance them? How can I know when to tune into one or the other to get myself to that next level in a way that's healthy, in a way that increases my confidence and just makes my life so much better? So that was something that I had to work through. So each of your journeys to work through something is coming up for you. I can't say what it is, only you know what it is. But this is going to be your time to sit there in meditation and ask, show me how to work through what's holding me back. Show me what issues are holding me back. You can even say, you can even, if you want to go deeper, try and figure out where it first started. But a lot of times that just can keep you stuck in the past, right? It's very iffy unless you're very secure in how to handle the ego judgments in your mind. It's very tricky to go all the way back in the past like that. What you can do is simply acknowledge, okay, my past has led me to here, to where, let's stick with relationships. My past relationships have led me to this point where I'm stuck in a cycle of choosing the same variation of the man or woman over and over again. And it's leaving me in this destructive phase to where I'm not happy, or something happens, or I'll be happy for a little bit, and then before I know it, something gets fucked up, and then I'm here again. So I know my past relationships have led me to be in this stuck cycle. I'm not sure what the lesson is. I'm not sure what I need to do to work through this. Show me how to do that. That's really what you're doing. You're opening yourself up to guidance, to be shown. And it could be that you get signs pointed to you certain ways, people that you may meet going forward that will be like, okay, they're going to help me get to that next level. Be completely open to what happens and to what comes up. Be open. Don't push aside any pain that comes up. A lot of times when you're working through this stuff, you'll probably cry, you'll scream into a pillow, you'll go through all of these emotions, but go through them. Don't get stuck in them. So this is definitely one of those things where everything is choice. And when you make that beautiful choice to start working on your issues, to start working on the areas of your spirit that need the most love, by the way, if you are at that point, which you probably are if you're watching this video, fucking kudos to you. I am so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. I should have said that at the beginning. I am so proud of you. If you are watching this video, if you are watching any of these videos where I'm sharing with you, or any other teachers that are sharing with you how to work on your life, how to really push through, how to identify the areas of your life that need the most love, you are at a point where you're literally being open to receiving help. Do you know how hard it is for some people to even ask for help, to seek help, to be open to being like, you know what, I can't do this on my own, I need guidance? That is the most human thing that we can do, because each human needs the other. Like, we need the human interaction to grow within ourselves, to learn, and to know that we can't do it on our own. In fact, that's another thing of feminine energy. It's being comfortable in saying, yes, I need help. Yes, I love feeling needed. I'm okay with people needing me, and I'm okay with reaching out to help other people as well. It's this beautiful exchange of energy. So if you are here, if you are watching this, if you have watched any of my other videos, if you have watched anybody else's, read any self-help books, whatever, be so proud of yourself, because you're doing the work to get better. You're doing the work to step into your true life's purpose. You're doing the work that you were called here to do, to figure out what is holding me back, what is ego, what are the lies that my brain is telling me, because you create your reality. So you can literally choose to think negative thoughts about yourself and listen to that ego 2.0. Or you can choose to be like, all of those things are lies. All of those things are trying to keep me in my comfort zone, which is not beneficial to me because it's not making me happy. So I'm not going to listen to that. Instead, I'm going to silence those voices and tune into my intuition and listen to what that higher force is telling me, because that is the one that you really need to listen to. All of those things telling you why you shouldn't do it, or why it's not going to work, or reminding you you've done it before and you failed, or whatever. All of those things are trying to keep you in your little tiny box. And we're not meant to be in a box. We're free-flowing energy. We are meant to go wherever destiny, wherever the higher power wants us to go. Whatever we chose this body for, the life we chose before we even came into this physical shell, right? We're meant to flow. We're not meant to be in this box. So stop letting your fears keep you in this box. Tune out those lies and tune out that comfort zone that's stopping you. Listen to your intuition and follow where that goes. And that is going to lead you through some dark spots, because we all require it. But what you need to do is work through them and trust that the universe always has your back. You know, trust that God or your higher power continuously is supporting you and is your biggest fucking cheerleader. It's your biggest one saying, I believe in you. Let's do this. I'm going to send people your way that are going to help guide you into a beautiful space. Just remain open to me. Remain open to the messages that I will give you. Just remain open and willing to grow and evolve, and I will be there with you every step of the way. So, to summarize this entire thing, number one, when you are working through and recognizing where you need the most love, the areas of improvement within your spirit, do not judge yourself for being there. Do not judge yourself for the life that you've lived to get you to this spot. That's not what we're here for. We're here to observe. You're here to say, okay, that came up and I understand that that's something that I need to work through. Show me how. And that's the next question. Show me how to work through this. Come from a place of curiosity. How can I get to the other side? How can I reach my next level? I am open. I am here. I am listening, right? Because really it's all about listening to your higher source, not the fears and everything telling you why it's not going to work. And keep in mind as well, side note, people may not always support you. They may not always support your journey because they are on their own journey. And they are looking at you through the lens of their own darkness, right? So keep that in mind. If people, because sometimes even your family may not support you in certain ways. If you get a message or a sign to do a certain thing, they'll be like, ooh, I don't know about that. That may not work out the way you want it to. They're looking at your decisions through the lens of their own experiences. So don't let that stop you from moving forward. It's really, really an important point. And that's anything, right? Especially if you're one of those people who decide that you want to start your own business and go out on your own and do your own thing. And you may have people who are like, that's not smart. You need to be safe. You need to work your 9 to 5. You need to be whatever. You're going to have those people that say that because they're looking at you through the lens of their own experiences. Do not let that stop you from moving forward, because you are meant for a higher purpose. And the only one who knows what's best for you is you. So continue to stay tapped in and tuned in to that source's GPS. Stop listening to the ego and all of the other people who are looking through their own personal lenses. Eventually, as you move forward in working through your own thing, you're going to attract people, or you're going to realize you already have people in your life that are going to be your cheerleaders, that are going to be like, I will always be your cheerleader. So if nobody else in your life is supporting you, send me a message and I will be like your biggest cheerleader. I will send you a personalized fucking video cheering you on for being a rock star, for stepping into the directions of your dreams. Like, I'm putting that out there right now. If you message me because you're like, nobody else is supporting me, I will send you a personalized fucking video pushing you forward and being like, you are amazing. Let's do this shit, right? Like, keep doing it. I believe in you. But the more you move forward and working through your darkness, you're going to have people who more than likely have already been through it, see that you're working on it, and are like, dude, I'm here for you if you need me. Let's, they may like just take you out and be like, let's go out and have some fun. Whatever it is, you're going to attract those people that are going to be your support system. So don't feel like you're going to be doing it alone, right? You're never alone, ever. And even if you feel like there's nobody there for you, just slip into that meditative state and feel that real power of energy flow through you. And have that faith. Have the patience to know that it may not happen in the timetable that you want, but it's going to happen in the timetable that it's meant to happen in. Patience and faith are two of the biggest things that you need to hold on to when you want to manifest things in your life. So yeah, so that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about, was when you're making the choice to really step into your power and work through all the areas of your spirit that needs help so that you can let in the more light. Yeah. Most important thing, don't judge yourself. And then do that meditation that I just spoke about to help you find the way through. Okay? I love you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye.